Hey guys, HMK once again, and Nintendo decided to go ahead and release some specifications for the Nintendo Switch. Oh boy, it's coming out very soon. 35 days till Switch Day. Switchness is here. So guys, before I get into the real meat of this, we're gonna go through the specifications together, and I'm gonna react to how I feel about them and all this other stuff. But remember, if I hit 100k before March, we just hit 94,000. If I hit 100k before March, I'm giving away one of these bad boys, one of the Switches, to you guys. And also, for those who are Nintendo fans, of course you're watching this video because you're a Nintendo fan, I'm giving away 3 copies of Breath of the Wild. Everything you need to know is in the description box below. Check it out. It's gonna be grand. So let's get into it. Subscribe. Alright, so this is the Nintendo Switch console itself. This is the front, and this is the back. So for the front, it comes with a power button, a volume button, a 6.2-inch capacitive touchscreen, which is LCD, speakers, game card, audio jack. And what's interesting about the audio jack, check this out. Down here on the audio jack, it says for connecting commercially available headphones, microphones, well, not one of these, microphones or headsets. So a big thing that a lot of people were, complaining about, and I understand that that's complaints well placed, is the online feature where you're gonna need a phone to communicate with your boys or anything like that. When you have online play, you're gonna have to need a phone. But it looks like this hints at the fact that we are gonna have headsets that go inside the Switch console, which is cool. But then we're gonna have to go down and see what's up with the controllers, because usually when you're at home or whatever, you put your headphone or your jack or whatever into the controller for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So yeah, game card slot, which goes up here into the game card, and thank God it comes with a cover flap, because that's gonna be bad. And then number 9 is a brightness sensor, which is down here, which they said that according to the brightness of your surrounding area, you can have it set up that the brightness of the screen adjusts, and which can save battery life, help you see the screen better, all that good jazz, blah blah blah. So let's take a look at the back. On the back, you can see the rails, which you put on the Joy-Cons, like click click. We have a little kickstand and a micro SD card slot under the kickstand. So that's where when you're gonna expand memory for a micro SD XC, all that stuff is gonna go up under things. So you're not gonna have to take apart the thing just like you would do with the 3DS, which thank God. And a USB Type-C connector base, which you will use to charge the console itself, which I'm so happy about. Just a boom, click. And when I held at the Switch event in New York, it just went in, and you don't have to like aim it or anything, just in. So that's the Switch console itself. So let's look at the specifications. Right, they have the specifications down here. Size 102 millimeters by 239 by 13.9 with the Joy-Con attached. Alright, weight approximately 297 grams. It's not that heavy. It wasn't heavy at all. Like, everyone was really scared, like, oh, how heavy is this gonna be? And when I put the things down with the Joy-Con attached, not heavy at all. It was great. Okay, the screen, 6.2-inch LCD, 1280 by 720. They already confirmed that this can only go up to the 720p, 60 frames per second. Alright, CPU, GPU, the NVIDIA customized Tegra processor, which they keep on saying goes in line with their GeForce series, comparable to their GeForce series. System memory, 32 gigabytes, and a portion of the internal memory will be reserved for use by the system. Connection features: wireless LAN, Wi-Fi, my favorite. Okay, Bluetooth 4.1 TV mode only, and a wired LAN connection for TV mode only will be possible through the use of commercially available wired LAN adapters. And I'm gonna have to go with that big boy. I'm just like, I can't deal with this wireless. No, no. Got a jack in, boy. Video output: maximum resolution 1920 by 1080p, 6 frames per second. A lot of people were playing around with the idea, oh, this thing is gonna be 4K. Is it gonna be 4K? Not really. All right, but maybe they make a Switch Pro in the future. All right. Please note, output via HDMI, TV mode, maximum resolution on tabletop mode or on the handheld mode, 1280 by 720. Alright, audio output supports linear PCM 5.1 channels. Alright, please note via HDMI cable, TV mode. Yeah, speakers, stereo, USB terminal, Type-C, stereo output for the headphone jack, game card slot, exclusively for Switch game cards. Do not try to stuff your 3DS game cards in it, it won't work. Alright, micro SD card slot. Now this is a kicker. Alright, check it out. Compatible with micro SD, micro SD HC, and micro SD XC memory cards. Please note, an update via the internet connection is required to use micro SD XC memory cards, which are the big ones, you know, 256, 500 gigabytes, and then in the future we're gonna have 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes down the line and stuff. But you're gonna need to update the system itself with a firmware update, and a lot of people are thinking that it's gonna be like a day one patch. It's gonna be available, which is cool. You know, no complaints there. Honestly, everyone's like, "Oh," I'm like, come on, man, it's a day one patch. If it is a day one patch. All right, sensors: accelerometer, gyroscope, and brightness sensor. Check it out. The brightness that I told you about reads the area. Operating environment: temperatures 5 to 35 degrees Celsius. Humidity 80 to 20%, 20 to 80%. Eternal battery. Check this out. Lithium-ion battery capacity 431 mAh. Alright, please note the internal battery cannot be removed. So a lot of people were speculating on this. You cannot swap out the battery for a better battery that you were able to do with the 3DS or anything on that. You cannot swap out batteries. Alright, if the battery needs to be replaced, we plan to offer a paid replacement via Nintendo customer service. Nintendo, what if I get a faulty battery? What the fuck? Like, okay, I understand, like, the only reason why the battery would, okay, if the battery gets fucked up, if you drop it or like try to change it out yourself, that's your own fault, and then you're gonna have to pay for it. But what if the battery is faulty or the battery just burns out when it's not supposed to burn out? What if it explodes when it's on the Switch? Nah, like, you're gonna have to be a little bit more transparent with this paid replacement crap. Alright, battery life. It can last for more than 6 hours, but will vary depending on the software and usage conditions. For example, Breath of the Wild can be played for roughly 3 hours in a single charge. That is the kind of shit that people want to make and want to have better batteries. That they want to swap out batteries and stuff. And the fact that we cannot swap out batteries, it rubs me the wrong way. It really does. Alright, charging time, 3 hours approximate. This is the time taken to charge while the console is in sleep mode. We're gonna have to check it out. Alright, moving on. Let's get to the dock. Nintendo confirmed for the most part the dock will be a dummy, system, but it will still have its own things. Alright, so it has 2 USB ports on the side, TV output LED, and a system connector, which is like right there. You connect the system in and it looks really nice and sleek, but the back is what's the interesting part. The back is the interesting part. Alright, on the back, you actually have to open it up a little bit, and it reveals the AC adapter, the USB, and HDMI output. Alright, so there's 2 USBs in the front, and those are USB 2.0s. There is a USB slot in the back, which is a 3.0, but out of the box, it will start off as a 2.0, and I'm going to explain that in a little bit. So you put your AC adapter, your USB, and your HDMI output in the back, and then you can close it up and have the wires, you know, tied up or whatever, or just, you know, nicely singled out into the little hole slot right here, which is cool. That sounds great, you know, presentation. And that's a little nice thing that Nintendo decided to do, so I'm definitely down for that. Alright, so looking at the specifications, the size, 144mm by 173 by 54, weight, about a little 327 grams, a little bit heavier than the Switch itself, but not that heavy at all. USB ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports on the side and 1 on the back. Launches with USB 2.0 support, but USB 3.0 support will be added in the future update. In the front, you can't really see the USB ports, and I didn't really get a good look at it while I was at New York. But a lot of people are speculating that the 2 USB ports in the front might also be, you know, compatible with USB 3 in the future. However, USB 3 is signified by a blue connector, right? So, like, that's how you know it's USB 3. And then the USB 3 on the back is blue. So, it looks like USB 3 will definitely be available on the back of the Switch in the future, right? So it'll be added in the future update. And a lot of people are crying for this again. We don't need it right now. I don't see any reason to need it right now. In the future, when we do need it, we'll have it ready. All right. AC adapter port and HDMI port. All right. Moving on to the Joy-Cons. Oh boy, the little bundles of joy. Oh, there's a lot of things here. All right. So the Joy-Con comes with L button, minus button, left stick, directional buttons, up, down, left, right, capture button, rail, R button, plus button, ABXY buttons, right stick, home button. Alright, that's on both. And on the back, you see that there's the 2 buttons. That's how you take them out. And you saw in my previous video that they do have release buttons. So when you click them in, you are good. They're not going to like, oh, you're going to pick it up and the thing slides out. No, they there's a release button. So it's release button, ZL and ZR, and an IR motion capture on the right Joy-Con. And on the side, you see here that we reveal that each of them have their own shoulder buttons when they're used by themselves. SL, SR, SR button. So there's two SL, SRs, but player LED, sync button, and there's a sync button there that you can desync it or resync it or whatever on the top of each Joy-Con when you have it on the side. Player 2 as controller. Alright, so let's take a look at the specifications, right? Size. Both of them are 102 millimeters by 35 by 28, approximately. Right, the left one is 49 grams, not too heavy, but the right one is 52 grams, and there's a big reason why that's more, it's heavier, right? So both of them have right stick, left stick pressable, directional buttons, plus the ABXY buttons, and the triggers, capture button, release button, and sync button. Alright, the capture button is on the left side, the home button's on the right side. Alright, the left one only has Bluetooth 3.0. However, the right side has the Bluetooth 3.0 plus the NFC communication reader. Alright, so the NFC reader is on the right Joy-Con only, which is weird, but it gets weirder, right? So the sensors on both controllers, the left one has the accelerometer and the gyroscope, and the right one has them as well, including the IR motion camera on the right Joy-Con. So the right Joy-Con is heavier for a reason because it actually has more than a left Joy-Con. So when you have to go buy Joy-Cons and stuff, the right one is definitely the most important Joy-Con, which is really weird, but whatever. The right Joy-Con has the NFC and the camera in it. The left Joy-Con only has the capture button on it, like to the difference. Both of them have HD rumble, internal battery, 525 mAh lithium-ion battery. Internal battery cannot be removed once again. Battery needs to be replaced. Paid service. Boy, approximately 20 hours of game time. That's cool. The time is estimated. Actual time varies depending on individual usage patterns. All right. You only need to charge for 3.5 hours, and you get 20 hours out of it, which is great, boy, great. Now the Joy-Con strap, which these things are really good. They feel really nice when you use them, but they're not totally necessary, right? So they come with extensions for the SL and SR buttons, the plus minus mark, a rail to put it on top of the thing, and a strap line, right? And that's what it looks like from the sides, and it will light up, but mostly, once again, just like the Switch dock, it's mostly a dummy device, right? Just to making things better. So size 101 millimeters by 14 by 13, 14.6, 13.9. All right, approximate weight 18.7 grams. Once again, not that heavy. All right, and then we go to the Joy-Con grip itself. All right, it comes with the player LED and rails to put into the thing. And honestly, guys, this thing felt great. But once again, the one that comes with the Switch out of the box is mostly a dummy device again, and it will not charge your Joy-Cons. A lot of people were thinking or expecting that this thing will charge your Joy-Cons. It will not charge your Joy-Cons. And for the most part, it already says right here, it does not have an audio jack. It doesn't have a headphone jack. Probably they'll make something in the future. There's one they're making right now that you can charge up and it will charge your Joy-Cons, but this one will not charge your Joy-Cons, even though it will take power from it a little bit just to show off the lights. Alright, the size 101 millimeters by 144 by 4.1 millimeters. Approximate weight 97 grams. Once again, not that heavy. So there you have it. Those are the specifications for the Nintendo Switch. And actually, this thing comes with a strap attachment, which is really cool. Okay, cool. So this is the specifications for Nintendo Switch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are looking forward to this Nintendo Switch. I am, but there are some missteps along the way, including that battery bullshit. And we're going to have to learn more about the audio jacks and how online will handle all that good jazz. But I'm really excited for it. And remember, guys, if we hit 100K before March, I'm giving one of these away. So, you know, if you want to get one of these, that's how you can do it. And I'll open up the contest once we hit that mark. So guys, until the next video about the Nintendo Switch, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.